I want to give you a 20 minutes introduction to our newest product, PointSense Building. PointSense Building is the youngest member of our Point Cloud product family. It stays in one line with our other industry-specific products, PointSense Heritage and PointSense Planned. It's brand new. That means it's not even released. The release comes on the 1st of June. And what is PointSense Building? What it does? It provides tools for generating 2D building plans from 3D point clouds. You can manage your point cloud. It has efficient tools for semi-automatic drawing and for the plan design. The results are always 2D plans like floor plans, sections and elevations. And when we did PointSense Building, we separately thought of people who worked with total stations to get their building plans and switch over to laser scanning and still have the tasks to generate 2D building plans. And it's also inside AutoCAD. PointSense Building includes the following feature sectors. We have the importing, clipping and slicing of the point clouds to manage your point cloud data in the drawing. Then we have the line and polygon fitting, which is a real key feature of PointSense Building because it allows real efficient wall line drawing. And we have a large range of commands for drawing and annotation building elements. We have an auto image which you can generate from point clouds, and then we have the area management data, where you can create fast room books. And the planar scan view is also included. That means virtual surf, which Jana showed you in the previous session. I would like to show you a few features using the example of a building floor plan. You can also recognize the typical workflow from the order of the features I show you. At first, we have to load the point cloud, and after this, when you have your point cloud in the drawing, it needs to be clipped for further processing. Therefore, I define a thin slice where we can see the wall contours very clearly. That makes the wall lines visible, and this is the preparation for our next step, which will be the polyline fitting. You can see it in this short video. At first, the point cloud is turned around, then I start the define slice command, and I say XY because we want to have a horizontal slice, not a vertical, and I give a thickness which is 20 centimeters in that case, and now we can see the slice, and the walls are visible as thin point traces. I give it a name so we can switch it on or off later on, and I give it a color because the yellow color is better to see than the original point colors. Now we have the best preparation for our next step, which is line fitting. Okay. The line fitting we need for fast and efficient generation of wall lines, floor lines, or ceiling runs. We can choose between lines and polylines for the result, and as an option we can force the wall lines to be perpendicular to each other. I'll show you in another video. Okay. At first the command is started, and then I always click 2 points on each wall. I don't have to click exactly on the trace, just roughly. It always takes a narrow region between both points, and from the points inside it calculates an average line. The lines are automatically extended to the room corners, and then I say close and have the room polyline. I'm doing another one. And if I have a gap, for instance a door, I can jump over that gap with the option continue and then continue the line. On this position the fitting does not work very well because we have 2 less points, so I'd switch off the fitting for a moment, draw this line, and then switching on the fitting and go further on with the room outline. And as a result we have a room very quick done room polylines. Now I say close and it's finished. Okay, so we have the room lines now. Next step in the workflow is to draw and annotate all the building elements like doors and windows, staircases, niches, pillars, and so on. And for that a wide range of commands are available. I will show you the door and the staircase. I will combine it with the planner view of VirtuSurf, which my colleagues Jana and Jörg showed you in the previous session. That means I am clicking the point cloud at the point cloud points, not in AutoCAD, but in the VirtuSurf window, and they are sent to AutoCAD. Here we have the room again. I stop this for a moment. We have the room outline in AutoCAD here, and we have the room scan in VirtuSurf on the other side, and this is the door we want to measure. And in AutoCAD I'm starting the door command where we just say how we want to measure the door and whether we want dimensions or not, and some more things. And then it asks for the wall lines, which I choose in the drawing. Then I switch over to VirtuSurf and click the points on the door reveal. And we see in the drawing how the door draws itself. Then I just give the direction of the swing, and it asks for the 2 points for the door height on the floor and on the soffit. And then the door symbol is finished in our drawing. Next example is the staircase, which is a bit more complex line work than doors. I also do it in combination with VirtuSurf. In the first step, this is the region where the staircase comes in, and in the first step I use the segments command to quickly draw all the step lines. With this command I can draw the single lines very fast because I don't have to restart the line command after each step. And now you can see I'm clicking each step with 2 points, and we see that the lines are drawn in the drawing. So this is finished by clicking enter. Okay. And now the staircase command is started, and at first we have to choose the wall, the edges of the staircase, which is the wall line and the other green line, and then we choose all the step lines which are generated before, and then it finishes the staircase lines by itself. We just have to click the direction of the rising. Okay, staircase is finished. And the last point I want to mention in the floor plan workflow is the area data management. It brings some database functionality into your AutoCAD drawing. You can automatically detect the room polygons and calculate the area of the rooms. Furthermore, you can capture any alphanumeric room information you need. And it's possible to visualize the different attribute values. For instance, you can color the rooms by their usage. To get a room book which is suitable for databases, and PointSense Building has a lot of export function for that room data. The demo shows you how to generate a room polygon by the automatic room detection. This room is already detected. You see the so-called label of the room with a room name and other information, and you see the corresponding entry in the data tree. If I click on the label, you see all the attribute information of that room. Now I'm doing a new room. By clicking an inner point, you see that it finds the outline by itself. The room has some attributes like usage and floor covering and name of the room. These attributes are completely user-defined. You can capture whatever you want. One of the attributes, it's the use of the room, has a visualization. You see the coloring of the room. If I change the value to sanitary, it also changes the color. Now I'm doing another room, and after the generating of the polygon, it asks for all the attributes again. We have another using its corridor here, and so we have another color. And at the end, I will insert a legend that describes the color codes and gives the total area values. It's inserted now. Okay. So you can do much more with that. It's quite a flexible and a powerful tool. That was the short introduction to floor plans. Section plans are generated in a similar way. You create vertical slices, you draw the building structure also with polygon fitting, and complete and annotate it with AutoCAD tools and PointSense Building commands. The next feature I show you is typically used for elevation plans of building faces. It's the auto image. You get a highly resoluted photo-like raster image which can be used to trace a CAD plan from. It's typically used for facades and also section views. Just a short video. Here you see the point cloud and the ready defined auto image. And on that image, it is similar to a photograph, depends on the quality of the point cloud, of course. On that image, you can just draw your line work. With normal CAD commands. Okay. To summarize, PointSense Building is a tool for fast and precise 2D plan generation from 3D point clouds using lines and polygon fitting tools in combination with commands for building elements and an area data management.